Biz told me to run it back for him. Like I ain't tucking the stash, bought a couple of raps for him. I've been on my job, look at the tax forms. Man, I'ma pull up the stats for him. That's 189 verses. That's 2,400 some odd bars and 2,400 some odd hearses. Gauze, rap surgeons, scars, dispatch nurses. Guard, rap worship, applause in black churches. Beat telling me murder me, bro. You better know that it's going down like a courtesy flood.
Party, I'm in here grinding, money I'm stacking, while they rock diamonds. I can't relate to them, ain't much in common. I set a goal for me, 2 or 3 commas. 7 figures, 8 figures to 9 figures. On a slow pace to get rich quick. Same time we just think different. Cause when you make it, it hit different.
What it do, baby? It's your partner LaDale back in the saddle again for another edition of the Countermoves Podcast, where we kind of take an issue, whether it be political, economical, social, and unpack it together, lean in and reason together and prescribe the right solution by infusing wisdom into the situation. Guys, thank you for your time today. And if you could, guys, share, subscribe to the channel if you're getting some value, guys. I think you're going to like this one a lot. This one right here really kind of got my attention a little bit, man, when I was kind of perusing a little bit on social media, kind of on some downtime, guys. And man, I kind of got a little bit of a laugh about it because I'm not surprised about it at all, guys. But let's dive into this real quick. Again, share if you could, guys. And guys, let's get in this thing, man, guys. Man, California came out, guys, with a $25 per hour minimum wage, and it is feeling a negative boomerang effect on its economy, guys. Now, those that can actually count and understand economics, data, math, are not surprised by what's going on. But a lot of people in California was very, very, very happy about this, guys, and it included Governor Newsom. Governor Newsom, guys, had an announcement, right? There's $25 an hour wage legislation, and he actually invited some workers that were pretty happy concerning this new legislation, guys. And it was kind of confusing to me because they didn't see what was coming after this. And so, guys, let's dive into this real fast, man, and see what actually happened. This is Governor Newsom announcing, right? Announcing the $25 per hour minimum wage legislation. And I want you to listen to the workers as this has been announced. Here we go. Let's dive into this. Here we go.
What did they do? Well, California's political geniuses, in the name of helping workers, have once again passed a law that kills jobs.
The minimum wage for fast food workers will rise to $20 an hour.
We need this. We need this so bad.
We need this, says this union activist. And in California, what unions want, they generally get.
Yeah.
We fight! We win!
California approved the higher minimum just for fast food workers.
Yes.
We did this. My workers, we did this.
I want you guys to see the emotion behind this. Now, I'm not going to talk bad about the emotion because from a fiscal standpoint, I can see how higher pay, right, is attractive. It makes sense. It brings tears to you. You actually see the emotion on this young lady's face and the workers behind her, right? But the thing about it is this was forced on fast food companies, McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell, those not small businesses, those franchise-owned companies, those small businesses, they were forced to abide and to really raise the minimum wage to $25 an hour, guys, and it just didn't make any fiscal sense. So let's keep going. Let's unpack what's going on. Here we go.
But what they really did was lose nearly 10,000 fast food jobs.
Come on, yo.
Pizza Hut preemptively laid off 1,200 delivery drivers like Michael Ojeda.
What's the point of the raise if you don't have a job anymore?
The new law also caused prices to rise.
Wow.
A reporter asked Governor Newsom.
Can Californians expect the prices of their McDonald's and Starbucks to go up?
I've heard that rhetoric before, and it didn't happen.
But it did happen.
So Governor Newsom is saying that this didn't happen, but it did happen. So this is having how has this legislation affected the California economy? You're about to see how this actually affects it, guys. Listen to this breakdown. Again, people were very excited about this pay raise, and that's cool. I'm rocking with you. But let's unpack what's going on. Listen to this, man. This is buffoonery. Listen to this.
Happened. In this case, even before the new minimum took effect.
McDonald's, Chipotle, and Starbucks already saying they plan to raise prices to offset the rising labor costs.
And there was other damage. Some restaurants said,
we're no longer hiring. We're not growing in the state anymore.
Others just closed. The owner of this restaurant texted.
I couldn't survive the mandated wage increases.
And now that the $20 minimum's taken effect,
restaurants in the state have increased prices by 10% faster than all other states.
A cup of Starbucks coffee may now cost 15% more.
Wow.
A Chipotle chicken burrito, 8% more.
Thank you for making this happen.
How can
And he said, thank you for making this happen. But you're looking at the effects of this bad monetary policy, guys. Guys, you understand this? That when it comes to business, whenever prices rise for producers, what actually happens a lot of times, guys, is this here, is that cost is passed on to the consumer. This ain't hard to understand. Let's keep going, guys. Listen to this.
California's politicians be so foolish? Don't they know about supply and demand?
Yeah.
If you force people to raise wages, they'll either raise prices, cut jobs, or replace workers with machines.
Almost everything here is made by machines. The fries by a robot.
So let me get this straight, guys. So you just saw Governor Newsom, and you saw some workers talking about, we did this, guys. They're excited, crying, which is wonderful. And then you see the Governor Newsom saying, thank you for doing this. And I'm like, what the hell? And what's going on now is you have McDonald's, Starbucks, Chipotle saying, yo, we got to raise prices because why? The cost of services is going up because we have to raise our payroll. So they have to recoup that cost by passing it on to the consumers. Like, this is not hard to understand. This is asinine. Yep, let's keep going, guys. And now, folks getting laid off now. And now here we go, machines. Here we go. Hold on. I thought this was a good thing.
Called Flippy.
The politicians know less than Stossel and the classroom students. I'd reported on this folly years ago when Seattle led the country in dumb wage laws.
15 in Seattle is just a beginning. We have an entire world to win. Solidarity.
When the law passed, we went to Seattle to interview people about it.
It's a good thing that we're leading the way for the rest of the country.
A rising tide raises all boats.
I wish that it was all over the place, not just Seattle.
But now the results.
I gotta ask y'all. I gotta ask y'all. Do people read books? Like this ain't hard to understand. This is, so hold on, let me get this straight. Hold on. Come to me real fast, y'all. Come to your partner. Come to me, and we'll go back to this. You mean to tell me that California just passed this, right? Or passed this, making a $25 an hour minimum wage pay raise for fast food. You had a case study in Seattle, Washington, of it going to $15 an hour, and that failing. And what you did, you thought it was wise for you to now, not only to disregard that case study of it not working in Seattle, then what you did was you wanted to go $10 over Seattle to make it $25 an hour. And that's going to solve the problem. Man, read a freaking book. This is Wow. And you see you see the dumbassness of people saying, I wish this would have been done everywhere. God, I have lost all faith in education right now. What we teach folks is let's keep going. It gets worse. It gets worse. Here we go. It gets worse. Here we go. It gets worse. Here we go.
From Seattle are in. Some people are being paid more. They're the winners. But for many people who wanted jobs,
the increased minimum wage is having an opposite effect,
costing thousands of jobs and actually hurting low-income workers.
You see it on this graph. The green line tracks the number of new jobs created in Washington state. The red line is new jobs in Seattle. Once Seattle raised its minimum to $15, entry-level job growth stalled.
It's really presented.
Guys, guys, you have a real-life case study. I'm like, this is asinine. So California. So I'm trying to hold it together. Yo. You thought it was wise for you to raise the minimum wage to $25 an hour after knowing that Seattle, Washington, your liberal city cousin, sister, or brother, what do you want to call it, did it at $15 and it failed? And you decided to disregard all of that information and now $25 is going to work now. Man, I've lost all faith in education right now. That's being taught. This is, read a freaking book. Keep going, guys.
By minimum wage advocates as a win-win. It's a win-win for employers. It's a win-win for workers. And, there are no negatives.
But there are negatives, says Erin Shannon of the Washington Policy Center. She points to stories like this one, where the owner used to hire kids and train them. But once Seattle raised the minimum, she stopped hiring beginners.
Wow. Look at this.
Politicians have no sense whatsoever about what it means to small businesses like us.
Minimum wage actually hurts my chances of getting employed.
This 20-year-old understands the effect.
Raising the minimum wage causes increased unemployment.
Rigel Noble-Koza is one of the winners of a video contest done by my classroom charity.
This is my wage rage.
Dylan Hodes won the high school video contest. He mentioned a friend who worked at Kroger until her store raised its minimum to $12.
She was getting paid $12 an hour, but slowly but surely, they started cutting her days, her hours. She was regulated to only working on Sundays.
Wow.
And that's because she was young and inexperienced. I feel the big thing.
She wasn't worth $12.
She wasn't worth $12 to Kroger. She's worth the world to me, but she wasn't worth $12 to Kroger.
I learned things from their videos, like how many wealthy countries have no minimum wage.
Countries such as Iceland, Norway, Sweden, and Switzerland.
Nobody knows that.
No.
It stops us from actually getting a job.
Esther Rhodes won the high school essay contest.
This is crazy time.
Her essay pointed out that America's first minimum wage laws were racist. At the time, blacks were often paid less, but they were more likely to be employed than whites.
Wow.
The whites were like, hey, they're getting all the jobs. This isn't fair.
Congressman Allgood said he hoped the minimum wage would stop cheap colored labor in competition with white labor.
Wow.
So although Americans think the minimum was invented to help needy people,
it was meant for the opposite, to keep the poor and the minorities from getting jobs.
Lift up the minimum wage to at least $15 an hour.
It's easy to see why a higher minimum wage is so popular.
On the surface, you think, oh, this is a great idea.
Because it raises some people's wages.
Everybody deserves a living wage.
But while it helps some, it harms many others, especially young people who may now not be offered their first job.
I'm 14. It'd be very difficult for me to find a job. My labor wouldn't be worth $15 an hour.
If only politicians were as smart as those kids.
Wow. Wow, guys, I am kind of fluid right now. This, and the thing about it is people were so passionate about it. About, man, we should raise the minimum wage, guys. Let's raise it. Let's raise it. Let's go, guys. We did this. And I'm like, this is asinine. Hey, guys, we're not done, guys. We're not done. it gets worse. Now, guys, now we're going to look at real-time data of, we just heard it before, but real-time data, guys, of now it's having a negative effect on the, as you saw, on the California economy, not only concerning the small businesses, because it's really for fast food, but watch what happens now, guys. Let's look at this again, guys. This is, man, I'm floored. Now, guys, let's watch it. Let's watch and see what's going on, guys. You're going to see what's going on. Here we go. Damaging. Let's get it in.
And I'm thinking, these guys are hilarious. They can't do anything right. They can't even fix their own regulatory spider web to build a freaking charger. And then they want to blame us. And I thought, didn't I read a story last night about California instituting a minimum wage that's now biting California in the ass? Yes, I did. Wall Street Journal. California's $25 an hour minimum wage is boomeranging.
Wow.
Governor Newsom now says the law he signed would add to the state's fiscal woes. I thought 25 an hour was great. Why not 50? Well, as it turns out, folks, progressives in Sacramento are now thinking twice about their burdening businesses. Quote, but lo and behold, they're having second thoughts about California's new $25 an hour minimum wage for healthcare workers. Why?
Healthcare workers now.
Because its burdensome budget costs are threatening basically other liberal programs. Because a lot of
so now, guys, we not here. Not only was it fast food, now there was also expanded to where it's $25 an hour for healthcare workers. This is
the healthcare in California is run by the government, which has to pay workers $25 an hour. And now the government can't do other crappy, garbage, shitty government stuff because they're paying $25 an hour to healthcare people because government's got to inject itself in healthcare. Liberals, look at me in the camera. Why are you so freaking stupid? Why is it that everything you do sucks so bad and winds up kicking you in the nuts? Why is that? We don't have that problem. We institute tax cuts. We love it. People flow into Florida where there's no state income tax, to Texas where it's a healthy business environment. Why is that? People are flowing into Tennessee and Republican states where the business environment is generally okay outside of Nashville where they're messing with Morgan Wallen's bar. Why is that? If you watch yesterday's show, you know what I mean? Why?
So, guys, man, it seems to be what I kind of hear a lot when it comes to ideas coming from really on the liberal side, guys, and also a little bit on the rhino side as well, is you operate off of theory, right? Off of theory based on no facts at all. And what happens a lot of times is you don't count the cost of your decision making because it doesn't affect you as a lawmaker. For you to be okay with a $25 an hour minimum wage type of legislation leads me to conclude that you don't read a freaking book. This ain't hard, y'all. Like, damn. And you disregarded the case study in Seattle, Washington. Seattle tried this at $15 an hour, and we heard these buffoons over there saying everybody should get paid a living wage. Nothing is free. You can't just say it and everybody can afford it. What kind of crap is this? This is, y'all, I have lost all faith in public education if it's producing this type of these type of morons. This is ridiculous, guys. Simple. What works well for everybody? Money is attracted by value, right? Money chases value. So what is value, guys? It's real simple. Value is providing an environment, right, for money to run into, for money to flow into. Now, what's that going to be? Lower taxes, less regulations. When that happens, capital is invested, which then creates opportunities of jobs. Then you can employ employees for those jobs, employees. Those employees then pay income taxes and FICA taxes, right? and payroll taxes. They also go out and buy new cars, taxes that way as well. New homes, taxes paid on it as well. Money is flowing when the environment for capital to be invested is proper. Forcing someone to pay a $25 an hour minimum wage is not welcoming to capital because there's a cost for that raise. Good God, this ain't hard. Am I tripping? Like, okay, if there's a cost, the business passes it on to the consumers. You actually heard that McDonald's, Starbucks, Chipotle, what are they doing? They're raising, right? They're raising their prices because they have to, because the cost of service to do business has went up. So they pass it on to you, the consumer. Read a freaking book. My God. This ain't hard. Wow. Man, this is, wow. You are concerned about what's going on with this economy. I know I would be, man. You have the stock market not doing too well. You have inflation outpacing wages right now. And you have major companies looking at laying off a lot of people. Man, I had a friend of mine whose wife works for a major pharmaceutical company, and they're talking about laying off scientists, man. Scientists. It's getting real out there, guys. But hold on, wait a minute. It's not the end of the world for those that actually have a counter move. More than ever, it's time for everyday Americans to begin looking at a side hustle, a business for them to begin building now, and for them to be able to have the ability to pass their business on to second and third generation. Now, what business model is best for you? That's a great question, and the only person that can answer that question is you. The good news is a good friend of mine, Matt Sapala, actually did a good presentation on presenting the passive income blueprint. 3 effective ways to generate $1.5 million in passive income. The most powerful word in business is cash flow. And even a more powerful word is passive cash flow. I know, because I've been able to live the life of my dreams because of passive income. Most individuals focus on commission-based, generating commission. What if you can actually generate $1.5 million in passive income that can change not only your life, but generations to come, guys? Click on the link below or swipe up, guys, and I think you'll be blessed with what you see. God bless you. See you on this side. Guys, man, back up. Here's my reaction, guys, to this as well also. And my reaction is going to be the actual counter move itself, guys. What is the counter move? You kind of heard me rant a little bit about, I'll give counsel concerning this terrible monetary policy by these terrible thinkers called politicians. Here's my counter move. So what is the counter move to in California for those that are actually living there, right? Because right now California is, it's gone. It's gone, y'all. I always say, guys, peep it, sweep it, and keep it. All right, let's go to peep first. Peep it. Examine your current situation. What did I mean by that in the situation? Well, number one, the cost of living is going up, right? Because of the regulatory policy and the monetary policies being passed in your state, right? Now, that may be differ depending on the county that you're in, but as far as the state of California, I think California pays the highest in taxes, right? So what should you do? I'm going to let you know, guys, if right now your current job situation, whether you have one job or two jobs, are you making ends meet, right? Are you happy with where you're at right now, right? Are you happy there? Examine your current situation. Now, I would say this here is, have you made the necessary actions to protect your capital, your income coming in, guys, right? Because if you're not making enough money right now, guys, you're going to need a side hustle. You are. You need a side hustle, guys. And don't worry, I got something for you. And I would say sweep it, guys, what's your strategy moving forward? If your strategy moving forward is to complain and depend upon the politicians, you've already lost, guys. The cost of living is going up, right? Because inflation is going up, monetary policies, the government will not stop printing at all, period. You're going to have to begin a side hustle. I have to ask you a question. Is your approach right now working well for you? Is it working or not for you? And then I would say also, guys, keep it. Start thinking generationally, guys. If your solution begins and ends with you, you've already lost because your bailout plan are these politicians. Now, I'm not saying you should discount all politicians. No, because you have to do some business with the government, right? At the exact same time, guys, you're going to have to begin to have an option outside of the government that can walk hand in glove with. Now, people mention, LaDale, what can I do to offset this cost? I got an option for you guys that you can do, and here it is. Here we go. Mastering the strategy of locating distressed properties has allowed for me to own about $35 million worth of real estate currently right now. We're talking about new construction, single-family residences, commercial properties, and apartment complex. You name it, I own it. Now, I know you're asking, what does this got to do with you? I'm glad you actually asked. One of the most common questions that I receive when it comes to real estate investing is that they say, LaDale, what is the best strategy I should use when it comes to executing a good investment strategy in real estate? Should I buy and hold? Should I buy and flip? Or should I do a rental scenario? My answer to that question is, why not do all three? But the good thing about it is the investor that masters the art of locating distressed properties will know exactly how and what strategy is the most wisest in that situation. That's the key to this whole thing. We're actually having a free real estate master class. This is 100% free. Don't cost you a dime at all, period. It's going to be myself and Cliff Hunter, who's a licensed appraiser and general contractor and successful investor. We're going to be talking about all things real estate. You can ask any question you want. No questions off limits. We're talking about new construction, buying and flipping, buying and holding, rental properties, how to raise capital, how to put together a scope of work when it comes to a renovation project, subject to investing. You name it, you ask it, we'll be right there to answer any question. All we ask for you is just click on the link below or swipe up and just give us your name and email address. That's it. And you can book your seats. It'll be epic. See you in the masterclass. Guys, I'm back here, guys. I ended with this here, guys, real quickly. It's time to turn your side hustle into an enterprise. It's time, guys. It's time. And if I can help out, guys, there's a link below, right? Reach out to me or my team, guys. You can also, you're welcome to scan on this QR code. If you're trying to find the passive income blueprint, right? Click on the link below. Scan on the QR code for the passive income blueprint. Or you're welcome also to attend the masterclass, guys. I don't know what you need. I don't know where you're at in your life, but I can be a solution for you if need be, guys. So, guys, man, thank you so much for your time. Give me your thoughts. Does any of this make sense, guys? And California, man, stop passing dumbass deals, dumbass monetary policies. It's dumb. Man, guys. But guys, every Friday, guys, Cliff and I actually have Real Estate Friday training at 5 p.m. CST on all platforms, guys. People like this type of setup here, so we're going to do a little bit more of this as well, guys, which is great, guys. Be here at all platforms at 5 p.m. CST. We talk about all things real estate, investing, all right, guys? And also, number two, guys, we also have a great sponsor, American Rounds. American Rounds is a company that I own as well. Also, I'm a part owner of that company, guys. It's the first AI-powered ammo vending machine, guys. And, man, we are taking the industry by storm, guys, man. They're a new sponsor for it as well. And we have also a couple ambassadors coming out, guys, that you're going to be very surprised by, 2 or 3 of them. We're going to end up dropping those in about the next 30 to 60 days. And when that actually happens, it's going to really realistically explode. But, guys, here's a little bit about them. Here we go.
American Rounds. We are in Pell City, Alabama at Fresh Value grocery store installing the first ever automated retail machine for ammunition. The stores were really the inspiration for it. I mean, they knew their customer base and they came to us and thought this would be a really good opportunity for their customer base. There's a lot of hunting community here in Pell City and thought that their customers would love an opportunity to be able to buy ammunition here at the store.
We're super excited to offer, what we think is the first ammo kiosk. We're always looking for ways to give our customer another reason to come visit our stores. Anything that we can do to help them make their shopping trips easier based on the feedback that we've gotten just from customers today. They are so excited about us having the ammo kiosk.
We're getting ammo!
One of the ways we're changing the landscape of ammunition sales is to make it more available. Being able to move into a place like a grocery store, supermarket makes it a lot more available to the public. But we're taking a different approach to it. Traditionally, ammunition is sold at outdoor type stores, your sporting goods stores, and it just sits on a shelf. It's very accessible. Because of that, there's a high rate of theft. But with our machines, as you can see here, we have a very secure automated retail machine. We're able to age verify. We scan a driver's license. It then takes 360 facial recognition for the purchase and matches it to the ID. So the machines really provide an opportunity for safe, affordable, and available ammunition sales.
There is no doubt that foot traffic will increase based on the feedback that we've gotten. And again, we're super excited not only to have it here, but in other locations in Fresh Value as well.
We're really excited about where we're going. We are going to continue to expand here in Alabama. We have a machine slated to go into Oklahoma, Louisiana, Texas. So over the next year, we're looking forward to, seeing these roll out all throughout the South and the Southeast.
Guys, that's American Rounds. American Rounds. Guys, find us on @American Rounds on all platforms. Or you can go to AmericanRounds.com, guys. We got some stuff coming out for you guys, man. Again, the first AI-powered ammo vending machine. But guys, man, give me your thoughts on the topic today, guys. Let me know if I'm tripping at all. But guys, that's all I have for today, guys. If you could comment below and share and subscribe to the channel if you actually have getting some value, guys. But I end it every single time, guys. And I had to say this before I get off. Go Mavs. Let's go ahead and get to the finals. But before you leave, and while you can, you see that thing, baby. Take that damn picture and give it to your mom and them. And holler at your partner, guys. God bless you guys. See you next week, guys. All right, y'all. Peace.